How does U.S. Congress actually work and how does it impact us locally? I sat down with our Congresswoman and I asked her questions like,
Yes.
Tell me, what exactly is Congress? How do laws actually get made? Someone right here in Raleigh, why should they care about what you do?
Let's hear what she has to say.
My name is Deborah Ross, and I am the Congresswoman for the 2nd Congressional District, which is entirely within Wake County. I represent 9 municipalities in Wake County. I've been a Congresswoman for about 4.5 years. Yes.
Tell me, what exactly is Congress?
So in our Constitution, we have 3 branches of government. The executive branch, that's the president, and all the administrative agencies. We have the legislative branch, that's Congress, so that's the House of Representatives, 435 people, I'm one of them. We have 14 from North Carolina. And then there's the Senate. Every state gets 2 senators. And then we have the judiciary, appointed by the executive, confirmed by the Senate.
How do laws actually get made, and what role do you play?
You have an idea, and then you bring that idea and get it written up into what's called a bill. It's basically a piece of paper with the changes to the law. And then it goes through a committee process where people can change the bill. They can do what's called amendments. That's a markup. Then you bring the bill to the floor, and there's a vote. And you can also amend sometimes on the floor, depends on the situation. And then once it passes one house of Congress, it goes to the other house of Congress, and that happens all over again. And then if it passes both houses of Congress, then the president can either sign the bill or veto the bill, and then it becomes a law. So I've now had 13 either bills or amendments become law since I became a member of the House. Everything from ethics for judges to having first-time inventors be able to get a patent more easily to helping people who have been victims of sexual crimes.
Are these more at a federal level, or do they affect us locally?
They're all passed at a federal level, so they affect everybody throughout the entire country. When I did it at the General Assembly, it was only for the state of North Carolina.
What is the most difficult thing about what you do?
The most difficult thing is that Congress doesn't move fast, and that is by design. A lot of people get elected to Congress, they've never done this before, and they don't understand why they can't just go like this and have things get done. But really, it's a very much of a team effort. You have to collaborate. You have to talk to your colleagues. You have to make them understand that what's going on in Raleigh, North Carolina might also be going on in St. Louis, Missouri, and might also be going on in Denver, Colorado. And my idea is something that can benefit them as well. We do come together quickly if it's something like a natural disaster, but we don't always come together quickly when it comes to making big decisions. That's how the Constitution was set up, so that we have checks and balances and we can be thoughtful about what we do.
For someone who's local right here in Raleigh, why should they care about what you do?
I think people don't make the connection between politics and government and the things that they rely on every day. The things that you rely on every day require an elected official to do something about it. So for example, that education funding, that money came from the federal government. I vote on laws to give that education funding. We passed a law to invest more money in roads and bridges and rail. The brand new bus station in Raleigh got there because $20 million came from the federal government, and then some came from the state and local government. Well, that doesn't fall out of the air. Somebody has to make those decisions, and the politicians make the decisions, and then they set up a system to put that money out there. The mail is another example. Congress decides how much money the post office is going to get. Your members of the city council decide when your trash is getting picked up. All those things are really what you pay your tax dollars for.
Do your constituents here locally reach out to you, and what kind of issues would they reach out to you for?
Oh, they reach out to me a lot. We get between 1,000 and 2,000 emails every week. We try to respond to everybody. We actually answer the phone in both my Washington office and my Raleigh office. If you go to my website, ross.house.gov, there are telephone numbers, and people answer the phone. I wish people understood that we really can help them solve difficult problems. People don't know, if that we can help them get their passport, They don't know that if they have a small business and they need to be connected with the Small Business Administration, that we can do that kind of thing. We absolutely love helping people. And then if you come to Washington, D.C., we can get you a tour of the Capitol.
Really?
And we can get you tickets to the Air and Space Museum. We can do all these things for you.
I want to go to the Capitol.
Yes. Come visit. We'll get you a tour.
Oh my God.
And if you want to go to one of the museums where it's hard to get tickets, you have to let us know way in advance, not the actual day. But if you tell us a month in advance, we want tickets to the African American Museum on this day, that's a hard one to get tickets to, my office will help you with that.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 or 10 years? Where do you think you're going?
Well, I'm definitely going to stay in Congress, and I have risen up fairly quickly in Congress to get more responsibility. So I'm a chief deputy whip, which means I let people know what's going on the floor. I inform them because not everybody understands the process. Make sure that we have our votes for everything. I've already become a ranking subcommittee chair on energy for the Science, Space, and Technology Committee, which means I choose who comes and testifies. I work to put bipartisan legislation together. And so the thing about Congress is, the longer you're there, the more things that you can get responsibility for. And also, back to my point about knowing people, the more people you know, so the more things you can get done.
Networking. Right?
Networking, yeah, absolutely.
So what have you loved the most about your job?
I absolutely love when we help people. Every week, every Friday, I get a report about people we helped. How many cases there are out there that are open, how many have been closed, how many were closed successfully. My office gives me little snippets from conversations or emails from the people we've helped.
What do you not enjoy? Is there something that you don't like
about
about
There's so much nastiness that's going on right now. So we walked over here with somebody from the Capitol Police. Right now, we have to make sure that when we're out in public that there's protection around. I think that the anger in the country and the violence that has come from it's just so sad. We should be able to discuss things. We should be able to disagree and do it in a way that's respectful of each other's humanity. And I don't believe that we should make anybody feel like a less valuable human being just because we disagree with them.
Being a politician is not easy. People don't always associate that with being human.
Yes.
Right? You're like just like a normal person, like anybody else. Would you like to say something regarding that? What are you like? I mean, what makes you happy?
I see it as being a public servant.
Yeah.
So I really see a duty to help other people.
Yeah.
And I love my community. I love where I live. I have it so much better than so many of my colleagues. And when people come and they disagree with me, they generally do it in a nicer way. We have our differences, but in general, it's a very kind community. I love moving around the community. I like going to the farmers market. I like visiting different places of worship. And this is also a very international community. And so my husband and I love to go out to have food from different countries. We love to go to the Asian market or to the little bodegas and just experience a different country, but do it all within the Research Triangle. There's so much here to appreciate if you appreciate the people who bring that with them.
Are you from here originally?
I was not born here. But I moved to North Carolina almost 40 years ago.
4 years? 40?
40 to go to school.
Oh, where did you go to school?
UNC.
Okay, NC State though.
Yeah, well that's okay. My husband's from Wolfpack and I'm very much a Wolfpack fan.
Okay.
Yeah. So I moved here, so I've lived here longer than I've lived anywhere in my life.
Do you want to talk about what you absolutely love about living in the city of Raleigh?
There is always something fun and interesting going on in Raleigh. We're very fortunate to live someplace that has culture and arts and rich heritage and friendly people.
Thank you so much for your time here. Regardless of which side anybody's on, I do think people should respect someone like you who is in a position to make decisions and make our lives better.
Well, thank you for taking the time and for educating your viewers.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Have a great weekend and stay cool.